today is the second day where I am allowing myself to freely explore my experiences of being a woman. What is it? What does it even mean to be a woman? And a woman does not exist. Does not exist. Oh, she does not exist in isolation. A woman does not exist in isolation. She exists in a time, space, and location. So I'm exploring my own story of what is it like to be a woman in India in these times as a millennial, someone born in the 1980s, someone who is in her 40s, someone who has made radical choices, but also she's not the only one who has. Yet, there are so few women who have made some choices that the society kind of teaches you as something you want to avoid, and also learning to survive, because there is no guidebook, or it's uncommon when you make those radical choices in which you step outside of common conditioning and common ways of thinking. There's a lot happening there, emotionally, psychologically, physically. And I'm kind of talking a little bit about myself and also what I'm observing. Yes, there's a lot happening there, emotionally, physically, spiritually. It's overwhelming. And when a woman makes those radical choices of doing things differently, she is overwhelmed by all of these multi-dimensional experiences that she's having. Most of us don't have the time and space to process it. And I want to say that even if we process it, I feel like, at least this is true in my experience, that the processing keeps giving, in the sense that it doesn't end. The same event, the choices that you've made and what you've become because of those choices, and the resulting actions, reactions, responses, surviving, they keep needing to be processed because a different layer keeps exposing itself. And I feel like it's important for me to begin to learn to articulate those different layers of experiences. I didn't think it was that important for me to articulate my personal story until recently, and here's why I think I will talk about what I observe as I talk about my own experiences. Because as a therapist and as someone who has recently started her private practice, I'm observing women coming in with similar stories, similar way of seeing and feeling certain experiences. You experience something in a very personal way, and you're not really putting that experience in words until you are describing it to someone else. And then when you do that, when you describe it to someone else, you realize, oh my god, I felt the same specific kind of fear that makes you feel unsafe, that makes you feel not confident, that makes you feel suspicious of people, especially men around you. I've been hearing it being expressed in ways that resonate with me, and I'm beginning to understand that it is so important to share the story and be able to get it out there, so women know that they're not alone in that experience, that there is someone who understands what is going through them. And as a therapist, I'm all here to support them. Women who are still sharing the same challenges that they are facing, that I faced when I was younger and I still face. And it shouldn't surprise me, but it surprised me, or it reminded me that it's so important for me to be able to explore these deeper layers of experiences that are sitting in our bodies, that are personal but also collective and also conditioned in a way that it becomes part of your skin. And there are moments when you realize that this kind of thinking or experiencing or fear is not you, but at the same time you can also feel like it is you. You're having this like dual experience where taking this radically different decision becomes so fearful because you've been fed that it is just so unsafe for a woman to live by herself. And not that it's not unsafe, but then it's also not as unsafe as we make it out to be in our heads. As unsafe as it, the protectiveness that is jatao, what's the word for jatao, the protectiveness that is shown towards women begins to feel like a way of controlling. It becomes stifling. It takes away the ability to think for yourself as a woman, to be able to depend on yourself to assess the environment. You don't even know what it is like to sometimes just look out for yourself, to be present and connected, and also be alert and distanced when necessary, to really assess the environment and take decisions accordingly. In my personal life, I've had experiences of both. I want to say the good fortune of being by myself, living by myself, but at the same time, in some ways, I've been dependent on my family, which is actually a blessing. But at the same time, I am reflecting on what is that taking away from me. It's taking away from me the ability to be by myself fully. It's taking away from me the ability to really fully independently take decisions and take full responsibility for those decisions. It's taking away from me the ability to fully adult. And I think this is something a lot of women face. And I wonder, I don't know if what I'm going to say is going to involve the right choice of words, but I wonder if our mothers who have been such amazing labor force without whom we and our family would have been nothing, have they fully adulted? Have they been given the opportunity to fully feel independent, even though what they do are the number one skills that we need to really be independent? The ability to run a house, the ability to feed a family and more, the ability to interact with people from different social stratas to run the house. And yet, if they are out by themselves, I wouldn't say all of them, but many of them in many ways are like a fish out of water. This example covers maybe one kind of experience of how we are infantilized as women, how we are made to feel like we need protection, we need extra caution. We do need it. We do need it. But then I think this overprotectiveness, I can't find a word for jatana, the showing of, yeah, maybe showing is the word, the showing of this protectiveness that you need someone. I'm saying this again because it's important. It's taking away the ability to really read the environment and read the world. It's taking away that capacity. And maybe this is where I'll end today. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe day after.